Hey, hello, how are you? This is going to be the game of the month. Number 1, this is 6th, and this is going to be Engine Mafia, the purple Zerg, spawning on the top left corner on Shakur's Plateau, facing off against Prokobo, the red Protoss, who did manage to make it to the semifinals, who spawned in the cross positions. Both players very, very highly ranked on the SEA servers, and this is the first game I've casted in quite a while, so take it easy on me, guys. The Dogsi next tournament, January edition, January edition starting next Saturday, so just a little bit over a week to go. Very excited for that. Going to be refereeing a group of 16, and we are trying to start up a little game of the month sort of thing going on. So creative play, awesome play, and micro-intensive play will be rewarded with a little bit of a highlight reel for yourself. And at the end of the last tournament, I was having a lot of technical issues, so let's all pray to whatever higher being that you believe in, pray that my hardware holds up and that everything comes out smoothly. And speaking of higher deities, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and of course Happy New Year. It is currently the 30th when I'm casting this, and it is the afternoon. We do see gas before pool or hatch for Engine Mafia, so looking to get out some early tech, probably metabolic boost, as this map is very, very large, so the longer the rush distance, the more value metabolic boost kind of has to it, because you shave off a lot of traveling time. And we do have the gateway assimilated at the normal time. Just going to be making a little wall off at the ramp, going to be making a choke that you can easily guard with a Zealot on hold position. And this game is just on the way, going to be getting out his spawning pool on Engine Mafia's side. Engine, a very strong clan, lots of players in that top 200 SEA ranks. Prokobo, like I think I mentioned before, did make it to the semifinals against INFI Revenant, who did come second. So yeah, hopefully going to be seeing a very awesome play, as well, we are going to be seeing some awesome play. This is the game of the month. It's not the game of the month for no reason. And we do have the Cybercore going down. Going to be very comfortable putting up a couple of Zealots here. Just make a little wall, stops any sort of speeding harass, and probably a Stalker or a Sentry behind it, getting up his second guess now. So we may see a Fast Robotics or Stargate, whatever. Looks like no second hatch from Mafia, actually, which is a bit surprising to me, because they are in cross positions, so it's very, very easy for Zerg just to take this early on before pool or extractor and just defend it here with a couple of spines. You should be able to get that pull and gas out in time for any sort of early 2-gate Zealot rush or Stalkers. And yeah, not much going on. Expansion just going down now, so yeah, not too bad. Looks like he is going to be macroing up, and we do have a robotics facility going down from the Probo side, so we are going to be seeing robotics tech. And I am quite sad that, as a Protoss player, there's nothing you can really do against air once you get a robotics facility. I mean, you can get Stalkers, you can get Blink Stalkers, but nothing from the robotics facility really combats air. And, I don't know, it's just personal preference, but it seems that we need some sort of anti-air unit in the next game from the robotics facility. I don't even care if it's like really weak, but just something, put something in there. And this hatch is just halfway done. Not much going on now. Stalker just finishing, and Warp Gates has been thrown down. If we go to the units tab, we have 22 probes to 18 drones. So yeah, not much going on. I do like that he has an extra queen before the hatch is finished, able to come down here, put a creep tumor, and shoo away this scouting probe that's been in there for ages. Put down a creep tumor before scuttling down to the natural expansion, and it should have enough energy to spawn lava just as that hatch comes up. No signs of any sort of early expansion from Prokobo. But we do have a robotics support bay, which is going to unlock Colossus and extended thermal lance. But both very, very expensive units. We do have a Warp Prism coming out, very sexy play. I do love Warp Prisms. And, in the... what game was it? I think Prokobo versus Revenant, we did see a similar play to what is going to be coming up. He did choose to Colossus drop. So maybe we're going to see that in this game. I actually haven't watched this game yet, so maybe we are going to be seeing that when signs of a lair going up, at the main, as well as a Roach Warren, a very strong play on 1 gas. Some players will choose to get the Lair at the natural expansion just to give an extra HP boost to their more vulnerable at hatchery, just to make it a little bit more robust. And you know, like, if your opponent is at your natural already and you haven't taken a 3rd base as a Zerg, you're normally in a very, very bad position anyway. So it's always good to just you know, fortify your most exterior positions. Forge going up, as well as the first Colossus coming out and extend, and whoa, Gravatic Drive, the Warp Prism speed. So it looks like we definitely are going to be seeing that Colossus drop. Forge being thrown down as well. Going to be putting down a cannon just to in case of mutas, I guess, or to hold off this ramp in case of any sort of early push. No sign of extended thermal lance, however, it is being queued right up. So it's a very, very well timed out build. One upgrade just finishing just then the warp prism speed. I'm just stuck for words as the warp prism is moving out. So very well timed build right there. And we do see Glios Constitution coming out from the Roaches, which is that Roach speed upgrade. Very, very vital. And I'm not too sure about my FPS at the moment. I think it is taking quite a hit. Not sure why, and it's very annoying. If anyone has any sort of suggestions about how I can improve the FPS on my fraps, I'd really like that. And this Warp Prism just scooting out of there. Able to get a couple of drone kills from that Colossus, but this Warp Prisms, man, they're very, very weak, very low HP and very low shields. You need to be very careful with them, and getting a couple more kills on that Colossus. It is currently up to 2 kills. Gonna be focusing down the Queen before scooting a little bit out of there. Just in the yellow, needs to retreat back, regain its shields, and wait for a second. Wait for a second before it moves out once again. Extended Thermal Lance is almost finished, and we do have a second Colossus on the way, pushing down here, taking a Nexus. His natural expansion up now, only a few units on the field, however, you know, he is kind of forcing the Zerg in a sort of contained fashion here. Poster in my room just fell down, which startled me, and sort of contained here. You know, if he moves out, then the Colossus is just going to come in the back and get tons and tons and tons of kills on this mineral line, as these drones are clumping up here over here. And we do have the Colossus coming up now. Going to be getting a couple, no kills, just doing a little bit of damage. These roaches coming in here, however, they cannot shoot down the Warp Prism. Going to move up into the main once again, see how much damage he can do. And, you know, this Warp Prism is also getting off some excellent scouting. Queen's being moved into position, just putting up some Cryptos on the left side, trying to extend the reaches of those Queens. Very nice positioning here. If the Roaches did manage to catch the Colossus in a bad position, it could just go back up the cliff and get the high ground advantage before scooting back into the Warp Prism. And we do have tons more Roaches being queued up here. 16 Roaches in the makings. Colossus and a few Zealots, as well as a lot of cannons at the front. 4 cannons. Going to be trying to defend this expansion. No signs of any other tech apart from Colossus. Only 1 gateway down at the moment. Whoa, my poster really is falling down. And we do have plenty of Colossus being queued, however. This Robo Bay has gotten a lot of upgrades already. No signs of any sort of observers coming out. That Warp Prism is doing a fantastic job of scouting, as we do have another Colossus drop here, able to boost up from 2 kills to 5. And, you know, it's not doing that much damage, but it's just doing such a good job of containing the Zerg. The Zerg being forced to spend lava on plenty of drones. Engine Mafia, that is not the Zerg. He does have a name. And, yeah, Prokobo just very safe to take this expansion right now. Not going to be getting a 3rd or 4th assimilator quite soon. If you look at his income, just up in the top right here, you know, it's kind of even, his gas and minerals. You don't always need to rush to get those assimilators up if your minerals and gas are quite even. 3rd base going up for Engine Mafia currently, expanding towards his opponent, which is quite strange to me. You know, it does kind of give more vulnerabilities to Engine Mafia. If Prokobo were to mass an army here, he could just take this backdoor rocks down and go straight into the 3rd, or poke straight into the natural expansion if Mafia overextends to the third. However, if Mafia takes a base down here, away from Prekobo, that might be easier to defend against a land army. However, that War Prism man could just bounce between these two expansions all day. These cliffs could be easily abused by the Colossus. However, we do have a huge push coming in here from Masters. No, not Masters, Mafia. Tons of roaches coming in here. However, they were streaming in. They weren't all together when the attack began. So they did clump up quite a bit. These Colossus with massive splash damages on all of these roaches. Going to be whittling down the army quite a bit. However, it does look like Mafia might have just enough to squeeze through. Oh no, a third Colossus comes down to join the fight, and that will be all from this push. Very awesome defense from Prekobo. I did not expect him to defend that as well as he did. No upgrades gone down for either player. These Colossus just doing massive damage as the roaches were forced to clump up against those photon cannons, and they did kind of stream in there. They were not all together when they engaged. Tons more gateways being thrown down, up to 5 gateways currently. And the first attack upgrade coming out from Prekobo is also Spire going down for Mafia here at the back of the natural. And we do have plenty more roaches being forced to make roaches to defend his base. And this third is just starting to get on the way here. Little drones being made. No sign of a third expansion going down for Prekobo currently. And just as I say that, of course, he's going to put one up. And this veteran Warp Prism coming back. Going to be picking up another Colossus, I would expect. Going to try and get some more harass going on. Maybe go around to the third, maybe. So you could easily bounce up between these two cliffs and harass that way. And it looks like Prekobo's just going to be setting up a defensive perimeter here with pylons and photon cannons to support his army, which is a little bit smaller than the Zerg's. However, so far he has won with superior positioning, and just this threat of the Colossus drop into the mineral line has been so good, so creative, and dare I say it, so sexy. And it does look like he will be implementing his again. He does scout the Spire now, able to get 1 drone kill, 2 drone kills, 3 drone kills. Going to pop out back into that War Prism. I do not know why Mafia is not electing to go for Hydras in order to stop this War Prism harass. He needs something that can shoot air, and 2 Corruptors coming up now, so he should be able to shut down any sort of War Prism Colossus drop now. My FPS is taking a huge hit right there. Sorry. But yeah, what can I do? I do not know how to optimize the fraps, le fraps. Some drones going to be main-arting to the third right now. And tons of Stalkers, very Stalker heavy army coming out here. They do extra damage to armored, an extra 4 damage to armored times 2, I believe, as they do count for 2 shots. Are they? 2 shots? I don't know. Attacks 2, it says in the Colossus, and no, it's 1 attack. Stalker's going to be taking down these rocks to bounce up into the third base. This is what I mentioned before. You always want to expand away from your opponent. However, the Colossus on the red, that was not really a viable tactic, I think. Going to be trying to get some good positioning here on these roaches. Tons of roaches not able to fire. They are forced to clump up in order to maximize the number of roaches which are able to fire upon the enemy forces. However, Prekobo's Colossus are just doing massive damage. And these Corruptors coming in here are going to be trying to focus down Colossus. However, these Stalkers will make sure work with them. Only 3 Corruptors left. These Stalkers need to focus down the Corruptors before these Colossus actually go down. Are the Stalkers going to focus down the Corruptors, or is Prekobo really going to let this Colossus die? It doesn't even matter. Engine Mafia does tap out, and that was just the game of the month, #1. And it was a pretty epic game. Prekobo showing some excellent, sexy tactics. He even had Warp Prism warping in some Zealots into the main. And, yeah. That was crazy. I have not casted in a while. My FPS. Hopefully this comes out right. Hopefully the audio is not desynced again. That would just drive me nuts. However, at least my fraps didn't crash this time, so hopefully I'll be able to cast the next tournament. Anyway, this is 6th. I am going to go see a movie. See ya. Bye.